Let's move to that top story. Tensions high on the N3 highway in Harrismith in the Free State. Residents accusing government of dragging their feet regarding service delivery. There have been running battles between protesters and the police again today. Several people have been arrested. Slee Masekane is there. She joins us now. Slee, a good evening to you. Could you just run through what's been happening today and what the situation is currently?
Well, what we've been seeing today, Sally, is the resumption of the protest action by residents who live very close to the N3 highway. This is the area in which they've chosen to voice their concerns. Today has been much of running battles between police and the protesting residents to keep them off the N3 highway. Earlier this morning, we were getting messages that there was going to be a major barricade of the highway with cars and trucks and taxis, but that did not turn out. It seems law enforcement did get that tip off as well, and they were on high alert. But for most of the day, it's been just a back and forth trying to keep those residents up on top of the hill, away from the highway. But they did manage, however, to of course burn some tires, as well as pelt rocks and stones at moving vehicles here next to the Warden off-ramp. At this stage, the situation is calm once more, but law enforcement remains on high alert. I think they will be here for most of the evening. They will be just ensuring that traffic still flows and that we don't see a lot of the scenes that we saw this afternoon. But at this stage, it seems that the situation does remain calm, but still a bit tense.
All right. So, Slee, tell us exactly why this is kicked off again now, and also what is the community telling you about that?
You'd remember a couple of weeks ago when the residents of Harrismith decided to begin protesting. They were demanding that the government officials here in the Free State come and address them, come and make concessions in terms of the lack of service delivery and commitments in order to fix the situation. But one of the main demands from these residents has been to be removed from the Malutu-Apofung municipality. They want to stand alone. They don't believe that the government officials at the moment can actually address some of their concerns. They are actually tired of waiting. And now the latest demand, Sally, is that they want the president of the country to come and see the situation for himself and speak to residents. We understand that the Premier actually did try to make her way into the area to speak to those residents today, but she could not get in. She had to be escorted away by police officers in one of their vehicles as well. The residents just refuse to hear anything that she has to say. They want to hear from the president himself. But let's just listen to what one of the community leaders had to say to me earlier on.
As the community, we are very adamant that we need the president, not the mayor. We need the president, not the mayor, not the premier. We need the president of the country because we want out of this municipality. We want to be removed out of this rubbish called Malutu-Apofung. Thank you.
So extreme unhappiness with that local municipality. I'm wondering if the actual municipality, you mentioned that the Premier tried to make her way across to chat to people but wasn't able to access. Has there been any response from the municipality concerned? You also mentioned earlier there were some arrests. If you could update us on that. And what is likely to happen tomorrow?
Well, we understand that protest action will continue, Sally. At this stage, we are still trying to reach the Malutu-Apofung municipality officials in terms of what their response is going to be. But what we knew a couple of weeks ago was that there was a commitment from the municipality to address some of those issues. There was a memorandum handed over to the municipality with a deadline of around 7 days for the municipality and officials to get back to the community. And it seems that in particular has not happened, which is why we're seeing the resumption of this protest action here on the N3. And at this point, we just understand that the residents plan to continue with their protest action tomorrow back here on the N3 highway.
All right. Are authorities confident that it won't disrupt the flow of traffic tomorrow?
That remains to be seen, Sally. I mean, today I think, we could really say that they did quite a good job in terms of ensuring that traffic remains to flow, even though at some point we had to see kind of almost of a stop-and-go situation where, police officials were kind of directing traffic to kind of slow down, also warning motorists that, look, as you're passing through this particular area, you're going to, see some protest action, especially because, the N3 highway has a lot of trucks on it. And so, in fact, some of the trucks we saw actually turned around as a safety precaution, not wanting to actually take the chance of going through this particular area. But on the note of the arrests, Sally, at this point we know that a couple of people have been arrested. Just how many police are yet to confirm. But at this stage we know that the law enforcement officials will certainly be here for most of the evening, if not all night.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your reporting today. It is much appreciated. That is our reporter just outside Harrismith, Slindelo Masekane. There are concerns there will be more protests tomorrow.